afternoon here on the KITCHEL Sports Network. This is Robbie coming in here right now with the breakdown of last night's Thursday night contest between Cincinnati and South Florida. Huge implications in the Big East. Basically, the winner of this game can take sole possession of the Big East Conference and have a shot at that BCS berth. Would it be Cincy? Would it be South Florida? And which team would stay undefeated? We'll take a look at that in just a second. Don't forget the Monday Night Triple Threat, my local sports radio show, Monday nights from 5 to 7 p.m. Take a listen to it on purdue.edu/WCCR. We talk everything sports. You can interact, you can call in, you can leave us emails, you can do anything you want. Just make sure you tune in and listen for the details. It's a lot of fun and I really enjoyed doing the show. Hope you would enjoy watching it or listening. It's a radio show. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. But let's go ahead and hit the action from last night. Tony Pike came into this game. He's one of my Heisman favorites. I'm on the Tony Pike bandwagon. You can say that for sure. But he came into this game, one of the highest passer ratings in the country, had great stats, but he came in against the 5th best scoring defense in the country in South Florida, and not many teams get out alive in Raymond James Stadium when South Florida plays on a Thursday night under the lights. Let's take a look at the highlights right now from Tampa, and here come the Bulls. They once again get off to a hot start like they usually do, and here B.J. Daniels stepping in for Matt Grothy, who tore his ACL. He finds Jesse Hester for 28 yards, and look at the Bulls, 7-3 with the lead. But Daniels makes a crucial mistake here on 2nd and 11. Took a little too much time, and he finds Aaron Webster, who happens to be on scholarship at Cincinnati. Webster would make a couple guys miss, and he would take this one back all the way to the 5-yard line. Daniels had problems towards the end of the game with the pressure that Cincy was bringing, and the secondary was doing a phenomenal job at keeping him inside the pocket and not letting him be able to run. Here's my favorite, Tony Pike finding Aaron Binns, not Marty Gilliard. This is Aaron Binns from 3 yards out. Cincy takes a 10-7 lead. Now they get the ball back, and from the 8-yard line, Pike, this is a ridiculous catch by Binns. 8 yards out, Cincy takes a 17-7 lead. We move ahead to the third quarter now. Zach Collaris, the backup quarterback from Steubenville, Ohio. The previous play, Pike got hurt, and the redshirt sophomore comes in and takes it 75 yards to the house. 24-10 Cincy leads, but Collaris, his first significant time, and here he throws their interception to Nate Allen, who plays for South Florida. The Bulls get a touchdown out of it, and Brian Kelly, not pleased with the effort, but he would come back. The redshirt sophomore Collaris powers his way through to the end zone for the touchdown. And Cincinnati wins it 34-17. Coach Kelly, what do you think about Collaris this season?
Well, he's a confident young man, and he's a winner. And he just waits for his opportunity like most of our guys, and now we got to ride him. We got Tony out for a period of time, so Zach's going to have to do the job. Right, Zach? All right, buddy.
Right, Zach. With the Tony Pike, what kind of an update do you have on his injury?
We'll know a little bit more, but it doesn't look good. So we just got to keep battling, keep playing. Unfortunately, this is familiar territory for us, but we'll keep battling. We'll battle like we did tonight.
All right, Coach, thanks so much. Zach, let me ask you, you get the call to come in tonight when you see Tony come down. What are you thinking?
Well, I was actually standing on the sideline. I thought they just wanted me to round the clock in the second half. I wasn't even aware he was hurt, to be honest with you. And I got in the locker room, and they said you might have to go in. So, I don't know. I'm confident, Yeah, I learned a lot from Tony and, getting the film room, so I was confident.
Well, then tell us what's going through your mind when you are running 75 yards for that touchdown. Yeah, you're confident, but come on, how excited were you?
I was honestly thinking about Ben Mock when he ran that one against Pitt and got caught. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to get caught. I almost fell at the end, so I just didn't want to get caught.
In your mind, what was key for you in managing the game the way you did with such limited experience?
Just not turning the ball over. I threw that interception, which was unfortunate, but just managing the game. We got great players, so just get the ball in playmakers' hands.
Go celebrate with your teammates. Congratulations.
It was a great game to watch on a Thursday night. You gotta really enjoy these Thursday night games, especially you got The Office, you got Community, and then you can watch a little college football on the side. Nothing better than a Thursday night watching all those kinds of action. But Cincinnati, the discussion now is going to be, do they deserve to get a shot at the BCS championship game? Right now, it's still a no because of their schedule and playing in the Big East. They're really not going to play a much better team than South Florida the rest of the season, maybe West Virginia. But it's tough for Cincy to really get in that discussion because they really haven't faced a huge opponent. They were hoping to get that with Oregon State earlier in the season, looked great in that game. They played Fresno State as well, so they didn't play a terrible non-conference schedule by any means whatsoever. The teams that they played in the non-conference just haven't been as good as they were thinking. I still love Tony Pike, but that sprained wrist on his non-throwing hand could be a big problem for him down the stretch. I still like him in the Heisman. If he comes back and plays next week, then Cincinnati still can say that he might have a shot at the winning the Heisman Trophy, just because we really haven't seen too many guys step up this season, maybe unlike Tim Tebow, who still comes after that concussion, plays great. He's my leader right now in the clubhouse right now in the Heisman race. So let's go ahead and take a look at the picks coming up this week. In Week 7, Ohio State plays at Purdue. The Buckeyes will have no problems with the Boilermakers. Safe to say, as a Purdue student, Purdue's going to fall to 1-6 there, just continue to slide down the stretch. Texas, Oklahoma, big Red River shootout. I'm going to take the upset here. I think Oklahoma knocks off the Longhorns. I think Sam Bradford comes in, has a big game, and Ryan Broyles' return on the offense for the Sooners is going to be a big addition for Sam Bradford. Nebraska at home will have no problems with Texas Tech. I think that running attack with Roy Helu and Zach Lee, and then you got Big Sue in the middle on defense. Great defense, great offense. I still love Nebraska this season. Penn State will have no problems with Minnesota. Florida at home will take care of Arkansas, but the Gators got to be careful. This is look a lot like last year's game when they played Ole Miss. Arkansas comes in a little unheralded, but they can definitely knock you off, and the Gators got to watch out for the Razorbacks. Houston will take care of Tulane. I cannot believe that Houston's still back in the top 25 after losing to UTEP. It's unbelievable. TCU will win at home against Colorado State. I think Virginia Tech will hang on to Georgia Tech, but it's going to be a close game, and Tyrod Taylor has got to have a good game throwing the football, and Ryan Williams has to take care of his job on the ground. BYU will beat San Diego State. Kansas should take care of Colorado. Miami might have some problems with Central Florida. UCF has a good home field advantage, and that'll be a tough game for them. And Miami will be playing without their star safety, Randy Phillips, who is out with some sort of injury. I can't remember what it was. So that could be a big blow to this Miami team, but they still should win against the Golden Knights. Alabama will win at home against South Carolina, and it could be big. I know a lot of people saying Steve Spurrier is going to outcoach that guy on the other side, Nick Saban, but Alabama's got way too talented of a team this year. Right now, Florida, Alabama in the SEC championship game, that will be the national championship game. I don't think there's anyone else that can contend with those two teams this season. Oklahoma State will win against Missouri. Utah will beat my upset pick from last week, UNLV, who did nothing against BYU. So my apologies to the Cougars. I shouldn't have picked against you whatsoever. And then this is going to be my upset of the week. I like Wisconsin at home against Iowa. I think the Hawkeyes, they've really been getting by the last couple of weeks in games against Arkansas State and Michigan. The Wolverines turned the ball over 5 times against the Hawkeyes, and still Michigan was driving for the game-winning field goal if it wasn't for that late interception. So I don't think they have a good defense, but they gave up 28 points to a Michigan offense that was inconsistent and didn't really look good the week before. So, I mean, take that for what it's worth. Michigan didn't look great against Michigan State. Then Tate Forcier comes back against a good Iowa defense under the lights in Kinnick and plays pretty well. So, a little iffy with the Hawkeyes, and I love that rushing attack with John Clay. I think Scott Tolzien is becoming quite the passer in Madison. So that looks like that's it. You got any other comments, just leave them at the bottom of the page. I appreciate everyone's feedback, and we'll be back again next Friday, I should say, for another edition of the KITCHEL Sports Network. So everyone take care, enjoy the pigskin. See you guys later.